We are out here, and it is officially June 2nd.
It is officially the day after Unbound.
It is the day after Unbound, but Matt, Unbound is still going on for another 3 hours. So what are we doing out here at midnight?
Well, you know, Neil, I'm looking behind me, seeing the time clock, and really this race kicked off 17 and a half hours ago for the non-elite race of the 200 Unbound. And this is just one of the best days of the year here in Emporia, Kansas.
Yeah, you know, this is the best day of the year by far, but this is also an awesome time. I've come in here after midnight a few times on these 200s, and it's tough. You've been out there for, 17 and a half, 18 hours, sometimes up to 20 hours, and it's a long time. But you know what? There's always good stories that come out of those days, and we're going to hear about those good stories.
Riders coming in now. I hear the cowbell still behind us. It is after midnight here in downtown Emporia. An absolutely exciting time. And you know, Neil, we had a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different media coverage this weekend here in Emporia. You know, we could be out on the course. They had a helicopter out here. Lots of exciting stuff going on. But quite frankly, this is our content this year. We're staying up from midnight to 3 a.m. down here in the shoe, and we're going to grab as many people as we can to talk to. And so I guess hang on for this ride, and we'll see what we can get for you tonight.
Yeah, let's hear those stories. All right, we are here at 12:01, and we are with Mark. Mark, can you tell us about the 200 today? How was it?
It was epic. So this is my first gravel ride. I've done some other endurance things, but mountain biking, ultra marathons, whatnot, but first gravel that I've ever done. Highs, lows, a little bit of caffeine to get me through, but it was an epic, epic ride.
Okay, what was the biggest low that you had out there today for these 202 miles?
Right after the first checkpoint, I got behind on my hydration and fueling, and I just got down, and I could just tell my body was not quite bonking, but I was really close. So thankfully, I just got out the bottles and just started chugging and got back in it and kept going.
All right, now the important question is, what was the biggest high of the day out there?
Ooh. Other than finishing?
Other than finishing, yeah.
Probably seeing my parents at both of the checkpoints.
Awesome.
Having everything ready for me, getting everything to go. Amazing.
Awesome. Big question, too. Do you plan on coming back for another one?
I would love to.
Awesome, Mark. Well, hey, congratulations on the finish, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, we are here at 12:15 now, and we are with Shawn Taylor. Shawn, you just completed the 200. Tell us about the day.
Man, it was a long one. It was pretty grueling. I think I was impressed by everybody's effort and willingness to work. So, had a fun. That's the most pain I've ever experienced physically.
All right, tell us about the highs of the day. What was the high mark of the day for you out there?
I think the high is just getting in the corral and seeing everybody here and everybody hyped up and the music playing. And then the last 30, 40 miles, it was pretty much all on my own. And so to have the ability to just kind of grind through mentally and make it here to the finish line was awesome.
So, you know, we've done these races before. You get the highs, but you also get the lows. What was the low part out there for you over those 202 miles?
I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but I ate it about mile 60. And then had a chain that I probably threw about 12 times, if not a little bit more. And so it was frustrating because I was always on the downhill and I'd lose momentum and have to get off and fix that. But yeah, I think when you come to Unbound, it's about adversity. And you have to be willing to overcome whatever the course, the elements, the great state of Kansas throws at you.
So how many times have you come out here and done Unbound in the past?
I failed epically last year. I'm from Topeka, Kansas originally. Failed epically, was unprepared, but that gave me a year to kind of regroup and retool some things and come back and have success. So this is year 2 and able to finish.
Awesome. So here's the big question. You planning on coming back next year for number 2?
Oh man, let me get some sleep and think on it.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Sounds good, Shawn. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations. 12:18 with Will. Will, where are you from?
Seattle.
From Seattle. All right. Is this your first time out here at Unbound?
Yeah, first time.
All right. So tell me your thoughts on what the day was doing 202 miles.
It was tough. Super lucky with the weather. Not the mud fest like last year. So I my first time, so beginner's luck with that. But it's gravel is something different. It's so tough with all the gnarly sections, and we saw people crash out. One handlebar was broken, multiple ambulances, so it's not for the faint of heart.
Okay, so not for the faint of heart. Let me ask you, what was the best part then for you out there today?
So many helpful people. Like there's the rodeo slow gravel guys. They're single speeders, and so fun to be with them. Carried me along, and then yeah, doing on a gear bike is tough. I can't imagine single speed. They're the hills are tough on them, but yeah, they're a good group. I'm glad I was with them.
All right, so here's my next question for you. Are you planning on coming back to do it again next year?
Yeah, I missed the midnight medal, so I'd like to come back and get that. So I'll be happy with first time finishing and then having a good experience. No accidents.
Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations, man, on finishing 200 miles.
Thank you.
We are here now at 12:23, and we are with Mark. Mark, where are you from?
I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, Wisconsin. All right. Well, tell us about the day. Tell us about the almost 18 hours you spent out there on the bike.
It was a long day, but good. It was a great day for it. Thank goodness the weather was so good. I'm not sure I could have done it otherwise, but
Yeah.
it was great.
Beautiful weather day for sure. Absolutely a high. What about some lows out there? What were some of the tough, dark spots of the day for you?
Well, right when the sun came out and it warmed up real fast, I wasn't quite ready for that. And I got a little, I think, behind on my hydration. And so I started feeling a little sick, but managed to power through it. And then at about mile 170, all of a sudden my calf cramped up and I just about went down. But I managed to get to the side and ate some salt sticks, which proceeded to make me sick. But then I got in control of that and managed to finish. So
it sounds like you fought through a lot of wonderful things. Was this your first finish out here at Unbound?
yes.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on that first finish. Do you plan on coming back and doing a second one?
We'll see.
We'll
see.
Right. Give him some time to rest, and he'll be back. Congratulations, Mark. Way
Thanks
to go,
a lot.
man.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is 12:31, and we are here with Scott. Scott from Sacramento. Tell us about the day out there doing 202 miles.
That was a hot one. I've never ridden in humidity that was 80% before. That kind of threw me for a loop. And I don't know if I'll do that again, but maybe the 100 next time. Yeah, because I would have liked to watch the finish. I mean, we were at the Water Oasis at 112 when we heard about Lachlan winning. And Lachlan right now is from our area in California. So it was cool to hear that. And it definitely brought vibes to everyone that was at the Oasis that was dying on the lawn. And, that was good. And everyone we saw that talked to on the way back from that point was like, who won? And we were like, oh, it was Lachlan. And they were like, oh, yeah. So it was cool.
Perfect guy to win, of course. So that was a high point, at least hearing it seems like that Lachlan won. Gave you some juice to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
The heat was a low spot, but what other low spots did you encounter out there over those 200 miles?
Fatigue being one of them, but no real issues. Honestly, like I got a little puncture. It sealed itself. That was the only mechanical issue. We had a great A guy with Cody Kaiser. He was able to kind of keep the hanger straight, everything in line with micro adjustments at the 2 aid stations, so no complaints on that. I would have loved to have more water some way, somehow. I got to figure that out for next year. But yeah, it was a great time overall. No real complaints.
Thoughts on the course? Yeah, this is a pretty unforgiving course. What's your thoughts on the course?
I was like, I would love to come across a gas station or a AM/PM or like something, because I could just go, just pound some candy or pound like a Gatorade or something that's ice cold. That just was not happening. So the fact that it was all gravel, respect to that, because I've never done a gravel race that was pretty much 99% gravel before. That kind of beat me up in a good way. So yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, Scott, congratulations for finishing the 200-mile course, man.
Appreciate you.
Way to go. All right, we are here now, Matt, at 12:41 with a tandem finisher. Tell me your names.
Alyssa.
Javier.
You all are from Chicago, you said, right?
Correct.
All right, let's hear about the day out there. Tell me about the 200 miles on the tandem.
Downhills were great. Uphills were a little slow.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up.
All right, Javier, tell me about the high points out there. What were the good points of riding this tandem?
Downhills for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were the bad points then besides the uphills?
Probably like 3 to 6 in the afternoon. We were just roasted. Just no shade. It was like 85. We were both starting to get a little lightheaded, headaches. just weren't able to keep cool.
Okay, so we know that this north course is pretty unforgiving. What were your thoughts on the course?
Most of it was pretty good. There was some techie chunk that slowed us down a little bit. Saw a couple crashes, but manageable going slow.
Okay. What thoughts did you have?
I thought it was a lot chunkier and a lot looser than I was expecting.
Okay, so is this your guys' first 200 Unbound experience?
It is, yes.
First ever Unbound, yeah.
So there's a question. You going to be back for another one next year?
Ask me in like 3 days.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully we'll see you back here in Emporia next year for another tandem finish here at Unbound. Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, we are back here with Javier and Alyssa one more time because I just heard some really important news. What all happened yesterday again?
He proposed.
What'd you say?
I said yes.
Said yes. Okay, so did it? Is it going to stay together after a day together on the tandem?
Yeah, I think if we can make it 200 miles together on a tandem, we can make it.
Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations, both of you. Way to go, Javier, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, hey, way to get it done. We will see you back for 200 next year, and we will maybe be hearing about these wedding plans, right? Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, it is almost 1 o'clock, and we are here with John. John, where are you from?
Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin.
Got another Wisconsin person. Yeah. Awesome. Let me ask you, what was your biggest fear coming into the 200 miles out here at Unbound?
The heat and the mud. Well, the mud from last year, because I did last year and I didn't finish. I 167, and I couldn't deal with that. I got to come back, and finish. So it was great that there was no mud today.
I'm gonna say you didn't have to worry about that. That fear was wiped out because we didn't get as much rain as last year for sure. Okay, so let me ask you about the course. What did you feel about that north course? You got to experience some of south last year, so what did you think about the north side of things?
I like the north course better than the south course. 100%. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Hardest parts maybe out there on the course for you during the day?
There was a road called like Des Moines Road and some of that stuff out there. Little Egypt has the reputation, but there were some roads between there and the second checkpoint. That was a tough section, I thought. Yeah, a lot of loose stuff. You're going westbound over the hills, and yeah, it's like every time I saw we're going west, I'm like, oh.
Okay, that's definitely a tough section. Me and Matt rode that here a few weeks ago, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. We weren't quite as far in because we were only riding the 100-mile course.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Last year you came, didn't get through it with the mud and everything that went on. This year you did. You going to come back next year and try to get the second one?
We'll see. I've got a daughter that wants to come ride like the 50-mile. She's 14, so I said if I get the 200 done, we'll come back and do that. So that'll be a lot of fun.
You know what? I say go for that. That's awesome, man. That would be great. So, hey, congratulations so much on finishing, man. Way to go.
Man.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Love the show.
Appreciate it. We are here now at 112, and just finishing with us is Mike Smith. Mike Smith, where are you from?
Enid, Oklahoma.
Enid, Oklahoma. All right. Not too far away. Our brothers from the south. All right. Tell us about the day out there. What was it like for you?
I never knew the Flint Hills were so merciless. They were brutal, hill after hill after hill, incredibly sharp, but it was fun. It was really a very challenging course. Absolutely took everything I had to get here. So bucket list race, I'm glad I got to do it. Pretty monumental for me. I really appreciate having the opportunity to come out and do it.
Awesome. So coming into the event, what kind of fears or worries did you have about it, and how did those kind of play out throughout the day?
Well, we can't get a 20,000 feet of elevation in 3 months of riding in Enid. It's flat. It's very flat. So we knew the hills were going to be an issue, and but we got it done. It was a fun time.
Okay. Tell us about the highs out there today. What was the high point for you out there riding these 202 miles?
The beauty. It's beautiful out there. The prairie. Beautiful. At every turn you had something neat to look at, which kept me occupied, which was excellent. I was grateful to have something nice to look at, and the long distance views were incredible. Really neat. So
hey, awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming to Flint Hills and joining out here at Unbound, and congratulations on the finish, man.
Thank you.
It is now 1:24 and we are here with Lisa. Lisa, where are you from?
I'm originally from Northern Ireland, but I live in Japan.
All right, so international, that's wonderful. Tell us about the 200. How was the day out there on the bike?
It was long, but the conditions were really good. Weather was great. Road surface was great. Yeah, it was a good day.
Okay, tell us about the toughest point. Toughest point that you can think back of the day out there. You spent, what, almost 19 hours out there on the bike? So tell us about the toughest part of the day.
For me, it was probably about 30 miles from the end when I just did not want to eat anything else, but I knew I had to. So I had enough sweet gummies, but I just had to try and keep going.
Okay. Tell us about the high point. Was it the finish, obviously, but what other points of the day where you look back and you say, man, this is why I was here. This is why I wanted to do this?
Yeah, obviously the finish is great. All the cowbells. The crew for hire are awesome. Those guys out there all day, really hats off to them. Also, the guys who were out cooking bacon for us, that was definitely high point.
Bacon sounds good. I think I want some bacon myself right now. Was this your first 200 finish?
It's my second 200 finish.
Okay. So second 200 finish, does that mean you're going to be coming back next year for a third finish?
We'll see. I've got my volunteer hours in, so I'll be back doing some distance. Let's see.
Awesome, Lisa. We look forward to having you back next year.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you. All right, Matt, we are here now, and it is 1:56 in the morning, and we are here with Taiki from Japan. Taiki, tell us about the day out there for Unbound 200.
どうやったかって200のアンバウンドどうでしたかって感想。
Fast, very tough.
Okay, so it's fast and
very tough.
Very tough day out there. What was the toughest part of the day for you out there?
一番そのthe hottest during the day, the hottest is so severe for him. So this is the toughest area for him.
So very, very hot.
Very hot.
Okay.
あと
And then
給水ポイントの位置を10キロ手前だと思って間違えちゃって。
he mistook the location of the water oasis.
So did you have a good time though? Did you enjoy yourself doing these 200 miles?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you think you'll come back and do it again here next year?
Yeah, next year. Yeah, maybe I try to extra long.
He wants to try extra long.
XL next year? All right! XL riders coming from Japan next year.
This is my second time.
The second time?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Last year I tried to 100 miles.
Okay.
This year 200. So, yeah, sure.
So the next step is the XL.
Only next long is only.
All right. Well, Taiki, hey, appreciate you. Congratulations on finishing 200.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emporia.
We are here now at 2:03 a.m. with Sylvie. Sylvie, where? 2:03. Hey, tell me, where'd you come from to do the XL?
I came from Chelsea, Quebec, Canada, and this is my second time here. I did not finish it last year because I was pulled off because of the timing, but I could have kept on going. But I don't know if that was the last part of.
But you got it done. All right, you got it done. So tell me.
I came back. I was like, because I was like, okay, I'm coming here. I'm gonna finish it no matter what. And then I didn't. Then I had to come back.
All right, so you came back. You got it done. Tell me about riding through the night. Tell me about the day. There's 350 miles you can talk about, but give me a little clue here in a bit about just what it was like.
I like riding through the night, but last night was really foggy, and that posed, fog. And going down those hills, I remember just being a little bit fast, kind of like hot on some of those corners where it's just like, there was a couple of those out there. And I took a couple naps. I really need to nap. I really need to nap right now.
I'm saying, you get to go to sleep here now in just a minute. Let me ask you.
Do you want to massage my feet?
Let me ask you. Are you coming back to do the XL ever again?
No.
Well, hey, congratulations.
Volunteer, but oh no, that last section was brutal.
But hey, you got it done this year, which is
got it
awesome.
done.
Congratulations,
Thank
friend.
you
So
much.
proud of you. Way to do it.
No, you have to.
We are now here at 2:18 in the morning.
Holy cow.
With an Emporia local, Brad Kraft. Brad, how was the 200 miles out there today?
It was fun. We had a good time out there. Tough course.
What do you think was the toughest part out there for you today?
Well, I think it was just when the heat came up and we had some of the rough rollers before Council Grove. That took a lot out of the legs. Slowed things down.
Okay, so I don't know the answer to this question. Maybe I should as a fellow local. Is this your first 200 or have you had multiple 200 finishes so far?
So it's the third finish. It's the fourth attempt. Last year I had to bail out at 107.
Okay, so you've got 3 down. Are you going for that chalice then?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. So after this third one, maybe done. Let me ask you. Have you done it? You've done North Course before, right?
Correct.
So how do you think this year's North Course compared to some of the years past? I know they've changed up some roads. How did it compare?
It was pretty similar, and having done Rock Ridge, we used some of those same roads as well, so they were pretty familiar.
Okay, well, hey, awesome. Congratulations. Thanks for talking with us, Brad. We appreciate you. Congratulations on that finish.
Thank you much.
We're here now at 2:30 in the morning with another Emporia local, Julie Smiley. Julie, how was the 200 miles out there today?
Really long.
All right, so really long. Tell me about some of the day, though. What were some of the high points of the day?
I can finally say I've done Little Egypt
Yeah.
and survived with screwed up handlebars. My whole shifter decided to move south for half the day.
Oh my! All right, so you endured some difficulties out there. Besides the shifter, what other difficulties? What other challenges did you face through the 200 miles?
Just the distance, really. Lots of walking, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
And a time crunch at the end.
Hey, time crunch at the end, but we are standing here, and there are still 30 minutes for folks to finish this. So, being that you're an Emporia local, is it one and done?
Yes.
One and done, right? Handing out packets next year, volunteering?
Yes.
Julie, we are so...
I'll stick to the 25 next year.
Hey, you know what? I rode the 25 today, and it was a blast. But hey, proud of you to finish.
I'm gonna enjoy the party one of these years.
You know what? There was an awesome party today, and we want you down here to party with us next year. But hey, this year, you got it. Finisher's medal right there. You are done. Congratulations.
Thank goodness. Thank you.
Awesome, Julie. Way to go. It's 2:38 now in the morning. We are here with Bobby. Bobby, where are you from?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
All right, Little Rock, Arkansas. Out there, 200 miles. What were your biggest worries or fears coming into today?
Not finishing.
Okay, so not finishing. We don't have to worry about that one, do we?
Yeah, we've crossed that one off the list.
All right, so tell me a little bit about the day out there. What were your thoughts on the course?
That was tough. That's way more climbing than I've ever done in a day, more mileage than I've ever done in a day, and I severely underestimated the about 40 miles in there from the course profile, so I paid for that dearly.
Okay, so the course was pretty rough out there for you, but what were the highlights? What were the highlights today? Obviously finishing, of course. You accomplished that goal, rad, awesome, but what other highlights did you have out there?
I thought the start was just phenomenal. The first 50 or 60 miles, big groups, fast, kind of ascending up into the prairie, and the scenery, that's second to none. You guys really have something special here.
So based on what you were saying earlier, I assume this is your first 200 finish?
My first 200 finish, my first time at Unbound.
Okay, so here's my next question for you. You're going to come back to Unbound next year for another 200-mile finish?
So you can call me in a couple of weeks and we'll talk about that.
All right, Bobby. Hey, appreciate you having it on. Congratulations on the
Thank you
finish,
very
man.
much.
Appreciate you.
y'all.
Matt, it is now 2:58 a.m. Sunday morning. I don't know.
20 hours, 28 minutes on the clock. I think we've seen our final cyclist through the chute for Unbound 2024.
Yep, I don't think another one's going to make it in. We're going to wait here just to check for the last 2 minutes, but it has been awesome talking to these folks that have been out there absolutely persevering for 18, 19, 20 hours, hearing their stories and celebrating their finishes.
Yeah, and what we've seen here in this segment we filmed tonight, we started filming here at midnight, and rolling here to just about 3 a.m. is just a snapshot of the people that have come in this time period. You know, we've been respectful asking people for interviews and that type of thing. So this is just a portion of the finishers that have come in this time. Not everybody by any means, but what are some of the things you've taken away, Neil?
These folks are gritty, dude. These folks are gritty. They stick in. They keep going. They don't stop. I mean, I've been on that end before. I know what it takes to keep going when it's 20 hours into the day. But they persevered, and each one of them absolutely deserves the honor, the praise that they get for finishing these 200 miles.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, a lot of talk and a lot of information leading into this year. What tires do we need? How much sealant? What sealant? Oh, it's a North course. What's the mud going to be like this year? And, you know, none of those things really, truly played out. The tires are probably one that the right tire choice. But ultimately, these riders got a fantastic day today. Highs really probably right in the mid-80s out here. Minimal wind, 5 to 10 mile an hour. And what do you have to say about the conditions?
Beautiful day. I mean, honestly, great day they had. I know some riders talked about the heat a little bit. And, you know, earlier in the day, it was a little bit cloudier, overcast. Yep. And so when you get that drastic change from the overcast that's kind of providing you some cool to all of a sudden a blasting sun, I think that's where some of them suffered with that. But otherwise, couldn't be a better day.
You know, Neil, I'm just looking over my shoulder. 20 hours, 30 minutes. It's 3 a.m. So thanks for following along with us here at the finish line of Unbound 2024. Any parting thoughts?
Great year. Absolutely wonderful year. And I can't wait to see what 2025 holds.
Yep. Thanks so much.